Hello and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. I am Laz and we're about to start an amazing journey. I'm here on my farm, on my custom farm. If you missed the previous video, because and I should explain, although this is going to be number 1 on the Alma Let's Play series, there was a video prior to this one, which was what I call the farm build. This is a fully custom and I go through everything I've done with my farm build and sort of set up for the Let's Play that we're about to commence now on Alma. So a couple of little things have changed. Some housekeeping has been done, a little bit of landscaping, tidying up has been done, a couple of things I've noticed. You can see firstly up in the top right corner the money has gone down to 48,813, and that is what I am going to be starting with. You'll also see, as I said at the end of the last video, that we've now got equipment. There was no equipment here when we did our farm tour, so there's some starting equipment. So we're going to quickly just catch up on what's happened here. So as you can see over there, we do now have a harvester, and there's a corn header behind the harvester. We've got a trailer here. I think behind here there's our harvester header over there, our grain header. We've got 2 tractors. These are 2 high horsepower tractors. We've got weights. We've got a baler over there. We've got an auger. We've got a trailer. And I think most of the other stuff is in here. So if we go and have a look in here, there we are. We've got a bale trailer there. We've got these for fertilizing and lime. We've got our plant. Actually, I think that's a seeder. We've got our big plow. We've got a trailer there. And then down here, we've got telehandler here with bale forks. And then here we've got our trucks. The fuel, that's been moved. That was round the corner. You may remember that if you did watch it. That was round the corner. That's been moved over to here. Now this was part of the housekeeping. There was some stuff I realised at the end of the video when we were talking about what I built and designed down there, that I didn't have any greenhouses in, and I do want greenhouses on this farm. So I've sort of terraformed the land a little bit, and this wasn't here in the last video. So I've put 3 greenhouses in and fenced it all off. Purpose being, I do want to do tomatoes because one of the productions on this map is ketchup, which I want to do, which can then lead to pizzas and other things. So we're going to start growing tomatoes and get started on that nice and early. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I checked. Yep, there was one more thing. I do need to go into here. I reduced down the amount of fields. If you remember, I owned this field at 21 and this field here 15, and was considering 11. I decided starting with too much. We need to work up to some stuff here, so I've removed those fields. So yeah, we're just going to be starting with these 2 small fields. No, 3. Yeah, 11, 12 and 20. We've got our cornfield there, and this is a grass field, so that's what we're starting with. So I've removed field 21, removed field 16, because we can work up to that. Now I am also thinking, if we look on here, we can see we've actually got 2 fields that are ready to be harvested. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is we've got these 2 fields that we need to get on and get harvested. So we're going to do the corn, is our first job of the day, which is over there. So we need to go and do that. And I don't think that grass is ready to be cut. I just want to double check. I know I've literally just looked at the map screen, but that's how forgetful I am. Yeah, it's growing. Okay, growth stage 2 of 3. So next month, and as you can see, we are in August. It's 30 minutes past 9. And before we get going, I'm just going to go through a couple of the settings so you can see how I've decided to set this up. So that's my fermenting silo. That's the greenhouse. As you can see, we haven't added water yet. We're literally, this is day 1 of our Let's Play. So I've done it on 2 times time scale, and this part's subject to change. But I'm going to start on 2 times time scale. I've got normal economy. I may go hard. I'm not sure. If I feel like I'm making too much money too fast, I can always change that. Traffic, I'm going to have on for now. But if we're doing some contract work or I'm moving larger equipment and they're in the way, I will turn them off temporarily and turn them back on. Now, this is a biggie. Seasonal growth, normally I'd have on. For this map specifically, I've decided I'm going to have that off. And the reason I'm going to have that off is because I want to do lots. This map is all about corn. I want to do lots of corn. and I don't want to only be able to do one lot of corn per year. So I've turned it off just because on this map I do want to do lots of corn. And again, we subject to change. We're going to do 1 day months, as I said, on ×2 speed for now. I don't see the difference in doing a 6 times speed over 2 days or doing a slower speed over 1. To me, it doesn't make any difference. Snow is on. Crop disruption, I generally always have that off. I find that very annoying. Periodic ploughing is on. I've turned field stones off because I don't like them. Lime and weeds is off. Sorry, lime is on, weeds is off. Dirt I've set to normal. Automatic engine start, I will start my own vehicles, thank you very much. Fuel usage I have put to normal, and all of that stuff down there I've turned off. I will be responsible for spending my own money. Let's have a look here. We have set it to dollars because we're in America. I've just put it to miles and stuff, and the stuff that I'm used to. Radio's off. And all of that stuff is off. So yeah, that's the settings. So there we are. Custom farm build. We've got our little river running through the middle of our farm there. I haven't got anything in there yet. Again, there's a lot of equipment that I don't own yet. We haven't got any animals yet. We're going to be working up to all this stuff. So yeah, today's job is to get up here and get this corn harvested. We absolutely need to get on that. So, we need to go and get some stuff. This is the fun part of the game. Get some stuff. Gear up. So, I do believe the first thing we are going to require is this harvester here. So, let's get in it. Yeah. I did press to start. It didn't start for some reason. Okie dokie. Just going to turn around. We're going to need the corn header for this, seeing as we're doing our corn. Always hazards on. Oh, can I fit through here? Yeah. Absolutely. Let's just see that a little bit. Right, we're going to go across the river. Splash. Oh, right. Oh, and across another river. Yeah, right. I'm trying to think, where should I start in that top corner? Yeah. Oh, this is a nice big field. This harvester can go. Oh, yeah, that's. Our wheat field needs to be done as well. I don't know if I'll get that done in this episode. We'll see. I'm kind of deciding at the moment when it comes to the harvesting. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to watch me do the whole field, especially if it's quite a big field. You see the size of this thing. Or whether you want me to do like a part do it and then go into like a montage, like a time lapse where I speed it up and put some. I love that. Or put some music as it plays like 2-3 times speed. You know, I don't know. I'm going to play around and see what you guys prefer. Now I'm going to also need. I'm going to be naughty and teleport to my John Deere because. Yeah. We're gonna need the auger wagon. So that we can transfer. Oh, she's sliding. I don't know what horsepower this thing needs. Dang. Just slow down a little bit there. A big auger wagon. Yeah, slide on the turns, look. It's like I've got no. I'm driving on ice. But yeah, we'll take this down. And then. Whoa! and then yeah, we'll go and get our truck, and we'll load the stuff into the truck. So I'm just going to bring this up to the top end there. A little bit glitchy there. So take the cover off. Yeah, I'll get the truck in a bit when we need it. Let's get the harvesting on the way, I think. There you go. I think this will do us up here. There we are. Right. Now, I do want to set. Let's have a look. So let's slow it down. Fold the harvester would be very helpful. Now, I do want to set the speed. I'm thinking maybe about 15. We'll try 15. I think that's a nice sort of controlled speed, because obviously this harvester can go faster than 15 miles an hour. I think you can do like 40, but I find when you start doing an unrealistic harvest at 40 miles an hour, you can't really control the steering as well, and you miss bits here and there, and it just becomes messy, and it looks silly. I mean, even to a point, I think that even me harvesting this field at 15 miles an hour is still silly. I love how it's going up over this hill. That's cool. There's a little silliness to that, but I think 15 miles an hour is not too unrealistic of how fast we can go. Of course, I can still control as well, so we're just going to do that. A little turny turn. I just want to kind of do the edges for now. Set the speed again. And we got. This isn't going to take us that long, actually. I don't think. It makes you wonder when you go in cab, like that, how they see. I mean, I know obviously they're using their mirrors to guide them. But look, I went away from my straight line there. It honestly. I do a lot of my work out of cab, and I'll be honest with you. I love the main road next to us. Look, just watching the traffic go by. It's really cool. This is why I picked this farm up here. I said this a lot in the last video when we were talking about doing all the farm build stuff. Just the views over on this end of the map is so much better than over there. Look at the rolling landscape that you get. Oh, missed it. It's so good on this side of the map compared to the other side. Is very flat. I just, it's so much nicer. We've got the, and I said, I know I'm repeating myself. If you did watch the last video, I do apologise. But we've got the train literally running right next to our farm. That's really cool. We've got 2 rivers going through our farm that we drive through to get to the moon. Look at that. You just don't have any of that stuff on the farm that, shall we say, is the more commonly used farm. Which is why I decided to come over here. There we go, look, we've nearly done the outside already. It's really cool. So I'm not going to take us too long. And corn, do you know what, corn is one of my favourite things to do. I love that golden yellow as you see it pouring in there. I love that. I think it looks amazing. It's the better looking of them, I think. A little pond in the middle there. Free water. I'm surrounded by free water actually. So we are now coming up on our first sort of loop around field 18. So it's not going to take us very long at all to do this field, but I think you've watched me enough doing this, so I can either do a cut and in 2 seconds you're going to see me finishing this field, or I can do a bit of a speeded up montage of me doing the field. So one of those two things is about to happen now. Right, it's time. We need to empty this harvester. I mean, I don't need to empty the harvester. It has stupidly large capacity, which I think I'm going to lower that capacity down. I think capacity is too high. But that can be sorted out in our garage later. So, I don't know why this is skidding around as well, because this tractor's got plenty of horsepower, like a lot of horsepower, but for some reason it's, look at that, anything over 20 miles an hour, I lose traction, and I generally don't know why that is the case. No idea. Anywho, let's get this emptied. Nice. Oh, I've just realised something I didn't do. Wrong truck. Is I need this. Oh, it's time for the Hawk. That's just what I'm calling this. Time for the Mack Hawk. Oh yeah. Time to get trucking. That I can open both of these doors. I mean, I had enough room anyway, but the door opens, so I'll open it. Full functionality, please. Oh, too tight, too tight, too tight, too tight, too tight, too tight. There we are. I thought I was going to stack it then. I genuinely thought that was it. Embarrassingly tipping over my Hawk truck inside of my building. Can you imagine? Just looking at inside of here and there's just the truck on the side, like, whoops. But we didn't. So it's all good. Turn. Oh, okay, I can't make that turn. Fine. I was asking too much of the Hawk there. We'll go around the long way. It's fine. Across the stream. I've just realised I kind of do need to turn around as I'm facing the wrong way, which is why I have crop construction turn. I mean, I will try at all times to avoid driving over crops. And I say that, and I actually did it without driving over anything. But sometimes in this game it can be unavoidable. But I will, even though I have, what I'm trying to say is, even though I have crop destruction turned off because it's annoying, for those times where you are forgetful and make a mistake, I'll do this. I will always make that conscious effort to not be driving over my crops, you know. So yeah, so you'll see that as I play. Like, I do try to be realistic in that sense. Although, you know, I'm obviously, as you can see, I am using some unrealistic equipment. Should we say some capacities of some of the things I'm using? But I'm working on big fields. At the end of the day, I know this is a simulator, and this will always be a conversation for anyone that plays this game. You have some players that will play very realistically, and you'll have other players that play unrealistically, and some that are somewhere in the middle. And I'm very much, this is a game. I play this to relax, to enjoy it, and to have fun, to de-wind, to unstress, de-stress. I'm not playing this to be challenged or annoyed or frustrated. So I'm one of those guys. I am absolutely in the middle. I have no problem in using modded equipment. I have no problem using unrealistic stuff to a point. I'm not going to use everything, and it depends on the map. Like if I'm playing on, say for example, I'm playing on one of Vox's maps, Court Farm. I wouldn't really be using modded stuff on that map because you just don't need to, and actually it doesn't suit the map. Whereas when you're playing a big American map with big fields, that's where you want to get your big equipment out and your unrealistic capacitive stuff, because otherwise you are going back and forth like a yo-yo. And I do get, in America you would, but in America and with these big fields, I would imagine they're not doing it on their own. And I'm playing this on my own. This is not a multiplayer map. I'm not using AI. I'm not using courseplay. I'm not using any of that stuff. It's just me. So therefore I will use the unrealistic capacities of things. That's pretty much done. Thank you. And that doesn't bother me. I don't feel like it ruins the game. I think it adds to the game. I think if it didn't add to the game, there wouldn't be such a huge modding community in this game. So, I know some people don't like it, like, but you can't do that in real life. And my answer to that will always be, this is not real life, this is a game. And that, I'm sorry, but that's just where I am on that. This is a game to be enjoyed and have fun. It's not real. Did I enter? Yeah, I did. Cool. Yeah, so this is a game. I play it to have fun. It's like this harvester. This is an unrealistic harvester. It's from the Colossus pack. Why did I put this into this map? Because there's big fields in this map. And if I used a normal harvester, I'd be all day. I mean, this has taken me quite a while to do this field with this. So imagine if you're only doing 6 miles an hour, as an example. That's where I stand on that. But anywho, that's a little rant, wasn't it? A little moan. I'm going too fast. I'm going to get on, finish this field, and then we'll come back when this field is done. And just like that, we are done. That actually didn't take that long, to be fair. Right, let's get this emptied. And then we can find out exactly what we got. I still want to know why it's skidding around all over the place. It's quite irritating. As I say that. I mean, look, it's like, and also I noticed it's a physics thing with this game, because once it starts, you can't stop. I know there's probably a really good reason as to why it's doing it, but I don't know what that reason is. Is it to do with the tyres I'm using? Is it grip? Is it... It's not a horsepower thing, because this tractor has got a lot of horse. So, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea why it skids about like that. All I know is it's frustrating. Try and level that out a little bit. I'm going to lower the capacity down for the harvester as well, because I like this whole process of filling it and transferring the crop, and I'm not doing it enough because the capacity is too high on the harvester, so I'm going to lower that down. So that's a job. I'll do that off camera though. I'll get that changed. I'll take it into the garage and get that fixed. Yeah. Right, so how much have we got? 202,779 litres of corn. Now, here's where we have to start making decisions, because what we're doing with this corn, now, I can sell it, and if we go to the little finance manager screen, where is it? Right, where is it? It's not that one, it's the field calculator. Time saving stock check, yeah. So if we go to here, we can see that, hang on, I need to get it out of this truck. But yeah, so I'll show you that in a minute. So what I was going to say is, we've got all this corn, okay, and we're like, so what do we do with it? So we can go and put it on our silo, and if we look over here and look at our corn, we can see it's not showing we have any yet because I haven't put it into storage, but we can see we're in August. So actually the price right now is pretty good. Top payout right now is 1,121 at the corn dryer. But over $1,100, $1,100 for corn, and we have only got 48 grand in the bank, so we could absolutely sell the corn. However, this is where decisions come in. If we dry it out and make dried corn, that's only worth £100 per 1,000 more. But that's because if you look in August, which is here, the price has actually dropped quite a bit. But look at the top whack, which is not far away. But can we hold off that long? And also, I think then we need to buy the corn dryer to be able to use it, and we need to sort out the propane. Although I do know a little bit of trickery with that propane. I believe you can fill up with propane and actually sell it to the corn dryer, and it pays you for the propane because the propane has a value until it's full. You can only, it's a one-trick pony though. You can only do it till it's full, and then once it's full, it should have paid you enough that you hadn't got enough to buy the corn dryer, and then put it in, and then sell it at a higher price, up to 1,700. Compared to a max price of 900. So it's a lot more money. I'm thinking let's put it in our silo for now, because I don't know is my answer. I haven't made a decision. I think it depends what happens with money, because if we can make a little bit of profit on the whole propane thing, get the corn dryer and get this done and sell it for more than what we can sell it for undried, then that's the way to go. If we need the money now or sooner than we can do that process, then we have no choice but to sell it. However, we are going to get the greenhouses on the go, and if we have, I would like to stock up on the tomato. Again, I kind of want to stock up on things. I want to stock up on the tomatoes ready for when we do the ketchup. Again, it's like we do need to earn some money though, but then I could do some contracts to earn money. So there is that. Is that not come out? Or am I being silly? Not HUD, sorry. Help window is what I'm looking for. Start filling, yeah, I did. Oh no, I want to unload. That's what I want to do. So I don't want to fill this, I want to unload it. Must be being silly. I'm on the back. I don't want to fill because there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in there to fill. I want to unload. Close cover. Oh, tip side. Back. That's why. There we are, fella. And we're unloading. Right, thank you all. Turn that back on. So yeah, let's just leave the corn in our silo for now, and let's see how things go. We'll do the propane thing. That's something we'll do, and then we can decide if we can hold off till we get it dried first and then sell it. I know ideally I want to do the whole like making cornbread and that stuff, but that requires even more productions, and we just haven't got the money yet. So that will happen on a future harvest. But I think next step is we need to get the greenhouses going, so they're producing as early on as possible. I'd like to get chickens in just because they're cheap. They don't really need much looking after. We're about to get wheat anyway, and then we can produce eggs. And although we'll have wheat, the fact is I can make more money off of the wheat feeding the chickens, producing the eggs, than I could do selling wheat or even turning wheat into flour. Eggs is worth good money. That's where your profits is. So, you know, like wheat at its max is £700 for 1,000 litres. And if I was to make flour, it's 1,240 per 1,000 litres, of which then you've also got to buy the production, don't forget. Whereas chickens are not that expensive. And look at that, 2,520, and all they need is the wheat. So that's why chickens are amazing. And we're going to make some money, I think, from making eggs. And also they reproduce really quick. So you can buy like 50 or 100, and almost every other month they're doubling in numbers, and before you know it, you've got a lot of chickens that you haven't paid for, and you're now selling eggs and making good money on that. So I think, as a business plan for this farm, we want to get chickens in as soon as possible. We do want to do cows. I mean, we're all set up here for cows and do dairy, you know, get the milk. I need to get a manure pit in at some point, because I don't think that's part of that. I don't think it is. I have to check that out. I know I can do straw. I know there's a slurry, which is there, and then there's milk. But if we want manure, I'll have to get a manure pit on the go at some point. So that's something else to think about. So yeah, that's future stuff, cows and all of that stuff. We will get to that. But yeah, we need to get the conservatories going, and we need to get the chickens on the go. So we're producing our eggs. We can sell the eggs. We don't need to save them for anything. Tomatoes I'd like to store up in prep for the tomato factory, but if we need to sell them, we'll sell them. So we'll store them in our storage unit, and then we can sell them if we need to. I'm going to hold off the corn and see if we can do the whole drying thing, and if we need money, I will have to do some contract work for some other farmers. I think that sounds like a plan. Now, the reason I've gone up here is actually, I will go up there and turn around actually, it's because we're going to, that wheat needs to be harvested as well, and that again can go into our silo, because we're going to keep that for feeding our chickens. I can drive over this because this is now a harvested field. So let's just turn this around. That will go there. Lovely. Now we need to change the header. So let's have a look at this film. So there's no fertilisation on this field. There's no lime, and it needs ploughing. So there is a lot of field prep to do on this field before we can use it again. We're going to have to plough this field, lime it, get a layer of fertiliser on there, and then we can direct drill and get corn back in. So good golly. I'd help if I turned it on, wouldn't it? I'm turning the lights on. Let's follow this. This is up. I am, of course, playing on PC, but I'm using a controller. I just find it easier to use a controller. And actually, saying that, I'll talk about this in a future thing. Folder up there. I was a console player. Absolutely, I got over 1,000 hours on this game on console, and I recently made the switch to PC, which I'm going to talk about in depth at a later stage. But so I'm still using, I very much am using the keyboard and the mouse, as you saw me using just now, and I'm learning all the keyboard shortcuts and whatnot. But for actual, just while you're playing, I am using a controller. I just find you get much, I just prefer it. Oh, go for that fence. I might actually just take a few of those panels out, I think, for that reason we just witnessed. Yeah, I'm using a controller. I don't have a steering wheel and pedals and all that stuff. It may be something I'm interested to have a go with a steering wheel. But yeah, that's kind of, that's future-y stuff. Let's drop that down there. Right, so now let's go and get our bit of kit. Let's swing around. This game is awesome though, isn't it? It's just... I spent... As a gamer, you know, I've been a gamer my whole life, and obviously I've been aware of Farming Simulator for some time, of its existence. I've never played Farming Simulator 17. I can't say I played Farming Simulator 19. I was aware of it, and then one day... Oh, slow down there, son. For a moment you were going faster than me. I decided to give it a go. I'd often seen videos of people playing this game, and it looked boring. Just watching someone going... bear with me, because I don't know what the control is to fold that back up. Unfold header. That'll do. What was I saying? Yeah, I'd seen videos of people just going up and down these fields, and at the time I was really into like my action open world RPG type games. I think I was playing Ghost of Tsushima at the time, maybe. And oh wait, I just realised. Enable straw swaths. Is it in there? Yeah, just check. Yeah. So I just didn't feel like this to me was not a game that was on my radar. I didn't think this would be something that I would be interested in. Boy, howdy, was I wrong about that. Over 1,000 or so hours later. Even friends of mine, family, that know that I love Farm Sim and that I can't stop playing. I never thought this would be something you would be interested in. And I'm always the same in saying it's not something I thought I would always be interested in, if I'm being completely honest. But I downloaded it one day. And you know, the first ever map I played on wasn't a base game map. It was No Man's Land. It was the first one I ever played. And I found a YouTuber that had done like a guide on how to play the game and used No Man's Land as a way of teaching you how to play the game. And his theory behind that was the base game maps are great, but in his opinion, No Man's Land should be the map you start on as a new player. Because there's no productions, no traffic, no other people, it's just you and a farm, and you have to learn to farm to make it work. And then you add all the other stuff can come later. And I was like, yeah, I like the idea of that. So rather than starting a map where everything's done for you, essentially, you have to learn to do everything yourself. And I played No Man's Land for hours. And by the time I was done, I had this full functioning farm, sawmill, I'd done forestry, it was amazing experience, and I've been hooked on Farm Sim ever since. I think the next map I played was the Western Wilds, and I was following along with Mr. CDP with his playthrough of Western Wilds, and again hooked. I played Western Wilds my way, and I'd be having him on in the background, and he's playing Western Wilds his way. We had two completely different play styles. I actually built the ranch up in the middle, whereas I know people didn't do it that way. But in any case, I fell in love with this game, and it's the immersion, it's how relaxing this game is. It's just really chill. I can just be on this game for absolutely hours and hours and hours and just be so relaxed. It's just done absolute wonders for my mental health. I can't say enough good things about this game, I really can't, and I did have the privilege not so long ago from now. I went to Alma and I got to meet all the other guys there, Farmer Cop, Mr. CDP, DJ Gohan, Farm Sim Guy, Virtual Farmer, to name a few that were there. I got to meet some modders as well, that was really cool. Lancey Boy was there, it was really cool. I was literally just sat right behind him for quite a lot of the thing at the end. But yeah, lovely guy. I use quite a lot of his stuff. A lot of his mods are in here in the farm build. A lot of the American packs are done by him. But yeah. So anyway, this game, it's something else, and I just don't get bored of it. And that's the weird thing. All these thousands of hours later, and I don't get bored, because even if I get a bit stale, there's a new bit of equipment I can use, or there's another map that comes out that I want to play, or there's a new story that I want to do. You know, there's just so much stuff, and it's over a year later and thousands of hours put in to a game. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to start recording my own videos. Why not? I just literally do what I do anyway, but I'm going to press the record button. And do you know what, just as a hobby. Not to get loads of views, not with the intention of one day I can be like them and be a meet and greet, or be a famous YouTuber, or be part of the Farm Sim crew on YouTube. I mean, that would all be cool, but it's not my goal. And the reason why is because this, for me, is just a little hobby now. Like, I enjoy the process of recording. I could have just put this straight into the lorry, actually, don't I? I don't need to use the old one. I will turn the headphones off. What was I saying? Yeah, to me, okay. To me, this is just a really cool hobby. I like the process of hitting record and talking while farming. I quite often think about stuff in my head, and again, that's why it's chill when I'm farming away and I'm just enjoying the game. And now I'm just talking to myself with a microphone on, playing this game, enjoying it. And then I like the process of doing the thumbnail and doing the video editing. I've done video editing before for YouTube. So I know how to edit videos, and I enjoy that process of editing the videos. What do we want to do here? We want to actually unfold. There we go. And detach. Why can I not detach while it's on the floor? Yeah, so I just enjoy all the process, and if only a couple of people watch it, I'm not going to get obsessed with things like how many views a video gets, or whether a video does well or doesn't do well. Like, I've already enjoyed making the video regardless of what happens after I post it, to be honest. And I don't know if this would be something I do for years. It might be something I do for a while. If it takes off and people enjoy watching it, because obviously if no one's watching it, then I am kind of wasting my time. But because these maps like this Alma, I can only really play this map now if I've got the time to record it, and also if I've got the quiet time. I do have a family, and I have a life. If my wife, other people are around, then it makes it difficult to do this because I need it to be quiet. So I guess I want to kind of go around and put that back where it was. So I'm going to go around that way. Yeah, I guess, I can only play Alma now if I've got the time and the quiet to be able to record a series of me playing on Alma, because it's now part of a series that I want to do. So I don't want to restrict myself. I can only play this game when it's quiet and when there's no one really around. So I do have other maps and other save games that aren't for recording, that have just because I'm playing the game. But I've played Alma before, as I said in my last video, on a private save, and that's why I didn't mind this one being a Let's Play series, where this one is going to be for YouTube in a sense. So, right, let's go and park this up. We've got 2 fields harvested today. I am very happy with our progress. And put this back. We don't need you anymore. Oh, happy days. I do randomly sing stupid stuff when I'm doing this as well. Right, we don't need this. I didn't end up using it for this field. These are I like these, but they're only useful when you're doing a field where your harvest. Again, I need to lower the capacity of that harvester. I'm fully aware I need to lower the capacity of that harvester. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep saying I'm going to do it until I remember to actually do it, because I'm fully aware I've just put it away. Don't skid across the water. I'll try this with the other tractor and see if it still does it, because I want to know if it's a that problem or a tractor problem. Stay away from the fence. That's another job I need to do, is remove a couple of panels and that fence as well. So let's go over here and put this back. Skid. Once you go into a skid, you literally cannot stop it. Annoyingly. I wasn't aiming for that slot, but that's the one we're going into, so that's where it's going. Okie dokie. Right, now let's pop down here just for a second, because we've got two things I want to do. One is the straw that we've just left on the field of the wheat we need to pick up. Two is we've got 29,000 litres of wheat. So we need to go and dump this into the thing. I keep forgetting. I will turn that help window off in a minute. I don't need it now. Just while I was trying to work out why we weren't dumping into our silo, and as we're about to dump into the silo again, I will leave it on for a second. Right, yeah, so we need to pick up the straw, and we need to get water into our greenhouses, so the greenhouses are up and running. I want to get at least some chickens in, and then that'll probably do us, I think, for episode 1. There's a lot of field prep to do, which definitely can be a next episode thing. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, to be honest, because there's some editing to do after I finish. Right, so it's doing that filling thing again. I don't want to fill. Tip side. That's why. It's the tip side. There we go. Oh, you have to change it from back to front. I see. Gotcha. Because there's two sections, and yeah, makes sense now. Awesome. Right, so we can go into here now. This is the menu I was going to look at. This is time-saving stock check. So we have got wheat and corn. So we can see exactly what we've got. We can see the price right now, which is going down, 890 per thousand for the wheat and 1,120 for the corn. We can see the current value. So if we sold it right now, we get 26,000 for our wheat. We'd get 227,000 if we sold it at the corn dryer, because we don't own the corn dryer. We can sell it to there. However, the max price, and we can see here, the max price is in January. If we can hold off till January, what would be worth $227,000 would be worth 322, and that's just as corn. That's before we think about if we change it to dried corn. So it's worth, I mean, that's £100,000 more. I still want to turn it into dried corn though. I do want to do that. I feel like that's what this map's about, like, is doing the corn stuff, and later on making cornbread and all of that. So I just realised I turned around when I shouldn't have done, because I need to put this back in there. That is the worst U-turn in Farming Simulator history, and I will apologise, but this thing reverses really slow, like at 6 miles an hour slow. I might not even make it past the door. Right, I've literally just made that past the door. Where am I indicating? I think that's when I was trying to work out why I couldn't use our silo, and so accidentally turned the indicator on. Let's put this back into the corner. I'll swing around. And that is that. You did a good job, truck. The Hawk. What name for a truck? The Hawk. Let's put you back to bed. Good job. Right, now I have got water some right there. Hello. Do you have water in you? Yes, you do. Well, you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. One of the jobs we just talked about, we can do that right now. I'm going to use the other tractor though. I don't think it's the tractor while that's skidding around. Actually, do you know what? What is the horsepower of this tractor? 886. And you're 890. And this requires 400 horsepower. So I'm using more, if not double the horsepower required. So why is that tractor skidding around everywhere? And I had a weight on the front. Answers on a postcard, please. I mean, in the comments section. I'm probably doing something stupid. It is normally the case. I am not a farming simulator expert, nor do I claim to be a farming expert. This is one of those games, I don't think anyone can call themselves a farming simulator expert. I don't think that's possible, because there is always something to learn. This game is a forever changing, forever evolving animal, and there is always something new to learn, new to do, and new things to master. Right. Now, when I put this fencing in, again, I feel like I need to take a few bits out, because I can go around here, but reversing might be a pain in the bum. But let's fill up the water. I can take that help menu off. That's annoying me now. That was filling, right? Has that taken the whole... No. Oh, it literally takes 20,000 litres to fill up. Damn. Alright, well, at least we can get some tomato. What's worth more? But then how long does it take? This is the thing, you've got to work out the cycles. So, tomatoes is for making ketchup, but we don't own that yet. We could make lettuce, but it's half the speed. It's like 1,536 cycles to make one. So it will make 1,000. So you're going to get 1.5 pallets a month. Whereas you're not even going to get 1 pallet of lettuce. Same for strawberries. Same for pumpkins. So the lettuces are probably worth more, but do half the production. So what we want to know is... what's worth more? So, yeah, £2,000 a pop. Obviously, half the price. So there you go. It's half the time to make it, but worth double, which means essentially it's the same. Strawberries are worth not a lot, so no point doing strawberries. Now I want to compare. So remember, 1,015. So tomatoes. Let me just do tomatoes. Pumpkins in the same. So there we go. Storing, yes, and yes. Yes. Right, I need some more water. Soy crop. So then I've got crop disruption. I'll try and be careful, but no promises. Can I fill up for free out of this little stream? Would that not be awesome? No. Yes. I generally didn't expect that to work. Is that cheating? Is that cheating? I've got a water fill thing, a water fill point up there. You would have seen it in the last. I'll show you in a minute. It's by the silo, literally. And so you pay for your water. But I was like, well, hang on a minute. I've got a running stream in my farm, and I can fill this from the stream. That's not cheating, right? If you really had a farm with a running stream going through it, why would you pay the water company for water when you can just fill up from the stream? I mean, technically that stream is running through my farm. I own it, right? I still feel like that's a bit cheaty. I like that. That's cheaty, but using unrealistic farm equipment, that's not cheaty at all. No. I mean, while we're low on money and it's free water, it's there. I'm using it. I generally didn't think that would work. That was such a. It's like one of those things. It's a stupid idea, but if it works, it's genius. So we're going with that was genius. I've got free water. Thank you very much. Well, there we are. Cool. Free water, and right next to where we need it as well. That couldn't have worked out any better. Love that. Right. Up here, yep. There we are. And let's get this in go. So tomatoes, go. And go there. And tomatoes, go. There we go. We've got all three now. Producing our tomatoes, tomatoes, whichever way you would like to pronounce that. I say tomatoes, you say tomatoes. No! I may as well just quickly fill it up so it's ready for next time. And then I will quickly show you what I was supposed to do when I filled this up with water, for those of you that didn't see the farm build video. But yeah, so this is going to be part of a Let's Play which I have put into a list on YouTube, just literally called Alma Missouri Let's Play, a playlist. So if you haven't seen the first one, you'll be able to just go back and watch that one. It's quite cool. It's quite cool actually. I detail all the mods that I've used as well to be able to build this farm. So if there's anything in this farm you're quite liking, all of the details of those mods are in the first video. You are welcome. Right, there we are. That's that job done. What did I say I was going to do? I told you, I'm so forgetful. Alright, my water. Like, this it's here. That's where we would have got our water from. But I have a running stream, so yeah. Alright, chickens. I'm not going to put a load of chickens in because we haven't got much money. I should really go to the animal dealer and get my chickens so I'm not paying fees. And we are absolutely getting baby chickens. But just to see, if I wanted 60, do you know what? 60 chickens is $360 and a $60 fee to bring them to me. So I'd save £60 by driving to the animal dealer and leasing something to transport them, or I can just pay. But, you know, for the sake of, I think, seeing as there's 500 capacity, let's put 100 in. And that way, when they double, one will become 2, will become 3, will become 4, will become 5. So we'll know that we only ever paid for the first 100. And then we can sell off the older 100, get our money back. They'll reproduce again, and then we'll have the whole 500 chickens for free. And then they can just be egg producing chickens. So let's... Animals that are healthy and older than 6 months can reproduce. So it's going to take 6 months to reproduce. When do they start doing eggs? Chickens produce eggs. Alright, do you know what? Because if I did... Yeah, if we did 50 already old enough to lay eggs and reproduce, we'd be looking at 3,300. And they're not going to take long to get going, are they? Like, oh, they only take 2 months anyway, gestation period. Yeah. Do you know what? Let's just do that because we're not making money at the moment. I know I could do that. It's only £3,000. Shall I just get them in for the sake of about 5-6 grand, and then we're producing eggs, knowing that I can get my money back later? It's done. Okay. And then I need another 40 to make the 100. My amazing quick maths there. There you go. We have 100 chickens. And these 100 chickens are going to need grain. Now, I don't know how much wheat they are going to need. I have no idea. And the only way to find out is to find out, right? So let's go and get some wheat out. I have literally no idea how much wheat that's going to take. No idea at all. So I guess we go and get some wheat, more than we need, fill it up, and then we know. Oh, wrong button. Reverse. Right. Wheat. Again, I have no idea. Let's do... Right, I've took out 10,000 litres. Let's go and give them 10,000 litres and see if that fills it up or not. Where am I going? That's the sheep. Just driven. I was looking, I was just staring at that building as I was driving down. Like, there it is. That's the sheep. Again, that's something we will do later. Sheeps. Have to have sheeps for our wool. Right, sorry, chickens. Yeah. I bet it takes a whole lot of them. Yeah. Right. Okay, this gives me a rough idea then. So if 10,000 has gone to about, if we say halfway's there, so halfway would be 11,000. So the total capacity is going to be about 22,000. So if I go and take out another, say 12,000 litres of wheat, that should fill it up. So just to play safe, I'm going to take out 15,000. That should be now more than what we need. So, yeah. So what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go, 15,000 litres. That now should be more than what we need. Don't stay at that building. Turn right. See, I can go. And should be 25,000. There we are. So we now know 25,000 litres of wheat fills that up. But that is them filled up and happy. That should last them quite a while as well, so we can put this back. I can't see the... For some reason I always get stuck when it comes to... I don't want to fill. That's the thing, I don't want to fill. I want to... Tip side... Back. Yeah. There we go. I know it's only a little bit, but it means... There you go. So we've got 4,000 litres of wheat, because we've now used most of the wheat of that field has basically filled up the chicken feed there. So we need to get wheat back into the ground ASAP. So by the time they're running out of wheat and need more, our field should be ready for more wheat. So basically it's a chicken feeding field. So there we are. I think the next one is going to be a lot of field prep in preparation to get more corn. We're going to go and look at the propane, and we need to get the wheat and corn back into the ground as soon as possible. So I think that will do for this first episode of our Let's Play adventures on Alma, Missouri. If you're still with me, thank you so much for watching. It's awesome to have you with me. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead, leave a comment, I will read it. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. It helps me to grow as a brand new channel. And if you haven't liked the video, again, please do so, because it does really help the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.